In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 habits you need to adopt in 2026 to make this your most successful year on your weight loss journey. You may have tried diets, workout plans in 2025 that you may not have failed in, or you might have lost a few pounds, right? But you probably gained the weight back, or you probably couldn't stay consistent, right? And that's completely fine, right? I failed time and time again trying to get myself in the best shape that I am right now, so it's completely understandable. The best thing that you can do is keep on trying until you figure things out. So number 1 habit that you need to adopt for your weight loss journey in 2026 is getting your steps in. As you can see right now, I'm at I don't know if it's a park, but it's called the Riverwalk, where it's a big ass river that you can just walk on. And right now I'm getting my steps in, right? 10K steps a day should be the goal for you every single day. This will help you burn body fat, shred body fat piece by piece without losing too much weight at once, right? You don't want to lose the weight too fast and you stop your metabolism, you slow your metabolism down, and then your body starts holding fat for energy, right? You want to just do low steady state cardio, as in walking, getting your steps in, right? 10K steps is a goal that you should be reaching for every single day. This will help you burn like 250 to 300 calories every single day, right? And it takes 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of body fat. So if you're constantly doing this every week, 7 days a week, you'll lose 1 pound of body fat every week just by getting your 10K steps, right? It's no excuse on why you can't hit your steps. Like, I understand a lot of you guys may have like desk jobs or sedentary jobs that cause you to sit a lot throughout the day, but I know you guys get breaks, right? You get 30-minute breaks. All jobs get 30-minute breaks. I work the job as well. So on your breaks, you can take a 15, 20-minute walk, however long your break is, and get your steps in. This is the easiest way to build momentum and get the weight off, right? Super simple. To hit 10K steps, you usually require an hour and 30 minutes of walking. To get to 8K steps, you require 45 minutes to an hour of walking, right? So just set a time aside throughout your day, like 1 hour and 30 minutes aside to hit your 10K steps. It's extremely important, right? Just daily movement, extremely important. Hack number 2 is tracking your macros. You need to know how much calories you are eating per day, how much protein, how much fats, how much carbs. This is extremely important. A lot of you guys fall victims to just eating healthy, but just eating healthy is not going to get you to your goal, because if you're eating healthy, even if you're eating healthy, but you're eating too much of the healthy foods, you're going to gain weight, right? It's all about numbers. It's like math, right? You need to put yourself in a calorie deficit. That means 500 below your maintenance of calories. So if you're eating healthy foods all the time, but you're eating more than your body needs and you're inside a calorie surplus by accident, just by healthy foods, you're going to gain weight. I don't care if you ate just broccoli. If you ate too much broccoli and you over your calorie deficit, you're going to gain weight, right? So you need to be keeping count of how much calories you are eating every single day, right? Then put yourself in a calorie deficit, right? But the only way you can ensure that you put yourself in a calorie deficit is by tracking your calories. So you need to put yourself in a 500 calorie deficit. With your protein, you need to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. What that means is, if you're 150 pounds, you need to be getting 150 grams of protein. If you're 200 pounds, you need to get 200 grams of protein. That's the bare minimum, right? If you want to add more protein to it, you can, but bare minimum, you need to eat at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? And then with your fats, you need to be eating enough healthy fats for your hormones, to balance your hormones out. That's extremely important. And then with the carbs, you need to make sure that you are eating carbs. A lot of you guys try to cut out carbs thinking that's going to help you lose weight. But carbs is not the enemy. Carbs is not the problem. Because if you're tracking your calories and your carbs is within your calorie deficit, you're not going to gain weight. Carbs is actually a great source of energy. So that means when you're inside the gym, you'll be able to train harder, push more weight, have more energy just by eating carbs. So do not cut out carbs. Actually eat carbs so this can fuel your body and give you energy throughout the day, right? Next thing you want to do is you want to keep track of your progress photos. You want to keep track of your weight, right? Because we need to know which direction your fitness journey is going, right? This is a reflection every single week that we need to look at and make sure that we are going in the right direction. So if you're on a fitness journey, you're not keeping track of your progress photos and watching the scale, you have no reflection or no data to look at and make sure that you are going in the right direction, right? All my clients, we hit our progress photos every single Monday, right? We're looking at what areas need to get tightened up, and we're looking at areas that's are improving. Like, this is give us a data to analyze, to make adjustments along the way to make sure that we reaching our goals, right? So you need to be tracking your weight every single day. If you're on a calorie deficit, you're trying to lose weight, track it in the mornings. That's the best time to track your weight, is in the mornings before you eat or drink. Like, do not go on throughout your day eating and drinking and try to check your weight in the afternoon or nighttime. You're going to be heavy as fuck, right? If you're on a bulk, then okay, maybe you can track your weight during the day or at nighttime. But if you're on a calorie deficit, we chasing the lowest number. The only way we're gonna get the lowest number is by checking our weight in the morning before we put any food in our body, before we put any drink in our body, right? And you want to have as few clothes on as possible when you are getting on that scale first thing in the morning. We need to make sure that you're as light as you can be so we can get that lowest number. If we keep on constantly chasing lowest numbers, we're gonna see a difference on the scale, like going down. That means we're going in the right direction, right? Even if it's just 1 pound loss or 2 pounds loss, we're going in the right direction, right? That's what matters, right? We got to keep track of data. Everything should be tracked. Like when it's your finances, when it's your fitness, everything, whether it's your relationships, things need to get tracked for it to prove, right? The only way you can improve something is knowing data behind what's going on. If we're going in the right direction, we're going in the wrong direction. So you need to keep track of your progress photos. You need to keep track of your the scale every single week. This is data. This is data that we're going to need. The next thing you want to do is have a high protein diet. When you have a high protein diet, this will help you feed your muscles, right? Because you don't want to just go on a weight loss journey, starve yourself, don't eat enough protein, now you're losing muscle alongside losing weight. Because once you do lose the weight, you're just gonna have saggy skin hanging that you're not gonna like, right? So you want to fill in those muscles as you're losing weight, right? You want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. So as you're losing the weight, you want to be eating enough protein to fill your muscles. So after you do lose the weight, your muscles can be full. You won't have as much saggy skin, but you have to pair this with strength training. Like you need to be in the gym at least 3 times minimum, 3 to 4 times a week, right? Strength training, actually lifting weights, right? And then every week you need to be progressive overloading. And what that means is you need to be up in the weights, up in the reps, up in the sets, right? You need to be getting stronger inside the gym every single week consistently, right? If you can't do 4 times, do 3 times minimum. And if you can't do 3 times, do 2 times, 2 full body workouts. Because it does require you to hit each muscle group 2 times a week for you to actually stimulate muscle growth. So if you can't do 3 times, do 2 times, right? But 3 times, 3 full body workouts or 2 full body workouts. You want to make sure that you are strength training. A lot of you guys are going to your fitness journey and just doing a screaming amount of cardio and think that's going to make you, you think that's going to help you reach your goals and like what you actually see in the mirror. Yes, you might lose the weight, but now you lost the weight and now you got saggy skin. You're still not going to be satisfied with your results, right? I'd rather you lose 5 pounds, but you actually slim it down and having more muscle definition, actually toning your body, then you're losing 20, 30 pounds and you just got saggy skin everywhere. That's not going to give you the confidence that you was looking for, right? So for number 4, you need to have a high protein diet. You need to pair this along with strength training. And number 5, like I said earlier, the calorie deficit. With the calorie deficit, you need to be in a calorie deficit for only 5 to 6 weeks at a time. You don't want to put yourself in a calorie deficit for too long, right? If you put yourself in a calorie deficit longer than 5, 6 weeks, your body is going to get adjusted to the calories that you are at. That means it's going to stall fat loss. It's going to stall the weight loss. It's going to stall your numbers on the scale, right? Your metabolism is going to slow down because it's going to adapt. So that means you're not going to be dropping weight anymore. So when you are putting yourself in this calorie deficit, just 5 to 6 weeks at a time, right? Then after the 5 to 6 weeks, you want to put yourself back at maintenance for an extra 2 to 3 weeks, right? This will give our body time to adjust to the new calories that we set for ourselves, right? We want to constantly be giving our body new things to adapt to. We're resetting our metabolism by going back up to maintenance, right? So you're going to do that for 2 to 3 weeks. Then after the 2 to 3 weeks, you want to put yourself back in the calorie deficit for another 5 to 6 weeks. And then you want to keep on repeating this cycle until the time that you actually reach your goal, right? That's what I did for my client Prac. My client Prac lost 40 pounds in 6 months, following the method I just gave you guys. So I'm not just giving you some shit I'm making up. This actually worked on my clients, right? And Prac was able to lose 40 pounds in 2025. We kept on repeating the same cycle. 5 to 6 weeks in the calorie deficit, 2 to 3 weeks at maintenance. And then after the 2 to 3 weeks at maintenance, go back to calorie deficit, then go back to maintenance. Keep on repeating this cycle until you reach your goal, right? You want to keep your metabolism running smoothly throughout the whole time because your metabolism help you lose the weight, right? If you slow down your metabolism, your body will store the fat on your body for energy. Your body needs energy, right? So if it's in power saving mode because you're starving yourself, it's going to keep the fat on your body and store it as energy. right? I mean, use it for energy, right? So you want to keep on resetting your metabolism, giving it new things to adapt to. If you follow everything that I just said, 2026 can be the best year for your weight loss journey. It's impossible for you to do the 5 things that I just said and not lose weight. So if you're following this plan and you're not seeing results, you must be doing something wrong. You must not be tracking your progress photos. You must not be doing your weekly check-ins, your daily check-ins on the scale, right? You must not have a high protein diet. You must not be in a calorie deficit, or you probably in a calorie deficit for too long, right? It's slowing down your metabolism. You may not be getting enough daily movement throughout the day, right? Daily movement is very important. Like, I'd much rather you hit 10K steps every single day rather than hitting your workouts. Like, if you had to choose one or the other, I'll pick 10K steps any day of the week, right? But you want to do both, obviously. But 10K steps is very important. So if you are strength training and you are having a good diet, but you're not moving your body as much, you're making it even harder for you to lose weight. Your body needs daily movement. It needs to burn calories. That's all weight loss is, it's just burning calories. So make sure that you are reflecting back on your actions, making sure that you are doing all the steps required to lose the weight. And if you're doing all the steps to lose the weight, 2026 could be the best year for your weight loss journey. If you found this video helpful, just subscribe to the channel. I'll be dropping more videos. And if you are looking to get in the best shape of your life, lose 30, 40 pounds like my client Prack and the rest of my clients, overall just perform at a higher level, you can hit the link in my description. You can schedule a one-on-one strategy call with me, and then we can get an understanding of where you are right now, where you want to be, and then we can come up with a game plan for you. Besides that, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.